back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines, about set for game number 2 between Dowling and Waukee Northwest. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I am Mark Amadale as we are simulcasting tonight along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network with CISN as they are uploaded onto the YouTube. And Coach Cataldo, thanks for having Pete Peterson, the Hall of Famer Pete Peterson, officiating. Talking about officials, taking a little bit of your pregame time. Appreciate that.
It's extremely important in today's day and age is that you have ambassadors for officials. As you know, sometimes those are running thin. So I'm sure it's good to have Hall of Famer Peterson on halftime and talking a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Well, we got this boys game, and we're about less than a minute from introductions. Dowling and Waukee Northwest. The Wolves won by 20 the first time, and what do you expect tonight between the two teams?
Well, it's the battle of the big men. Both teams are leading Class 4A in rebounding, so how are the Maroons going to handle defensive rebounding with Coley and Crane versus the big men of Davis and Rice, two incredibly talented individuals. And there's just going to be standing on the court. I'm so small amongst these kids. It's just incredible. So it's going to be a great night for basketball against these two powerhouses this year.
No question about it, and we look forward to that. It's about ready to announce the starting lineups. We got a special presentation, the Nick Needert Award being presented to Dowling's Nate Jenkins, and he's being escorted out there as they will do that before the game. So Nick Needert Award being presented to Dowling's Nate Jenkins, a senior for the Maroons, and he's being escorted by one of Nick's brothers, I believe, doing that. And it's a tremendous award they presented every year. And this is Dowling's last home game for the boys on a Friday night, and that's why they're presenting it here, Jimmy Cataldo.
Well, it's no surprise. You're giving it to Nate Jenkins, who's shown a ton of character and a lot of attitude, and how he just makes people around him better. And so there's nothing better than to reward him with a very, very honorable award in the Nick Niedermeyer Award.
Nick Needert Award, and appreciate that. Let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight. First of all, for head coach Brett Watson in his fifth year at Waukee Northwest, 90 wins, 24 losses. He's assisted by Kent Henderson, Aaron Megger, Colton Kolowski, David Combs, and the Wolves come in ranked third in Class 4A with a record of 16-3. They won 5 in a row over Dowling Catholic and lead the series 8-1 since their brief existence. Wolves come in averaging 69 points on offense, give up 51.5 points on defense. And they will start this lineup at one guard. Matt Heitland, the quarterback on the football team, a 6'1", 175-pound junior, averaging 9.5 points. Heitland will wear number 2. The other guard is Isaiah Oliver, a 6'1", 190-pound senior, headed to Iowa to play football. Isaiah will wear number 20, averaging 10 points a contest. At one forward, Nash Kukin, a 6'2 sophomore, averaging 9.5 points. He'll wear number 5. The other forward, Colin Rice, 6'8 senior, averaging 21.5 points, leads the team. Headed to Nebraska to play football, and a captain is Rice, wearing number 4. And the other captain is forward Landon Davis, headed to the University of Illinois. Davis, a 6'8 senior, averaging 14.5 points, 10.5 rebounds for the Wolves, again with a record of 16-3. And now for Dowling Catholic, as the ceremonies for the Nick Needert Award are being held at center court. For Dowling Catholic, Maroons are led by point guard Noah Martins, a 6-foot senior, averaging 12 points, and he'll wear number 11. The other guard is Captain Maddox Capola, a 6'2", 195-pound senior. Capola will wear number 13. The third guard is Captain Nate Jenkins, being presented the Nick Needert Award. And Jenkins, a 6'1 senior, averaging 6.5 points, wearing number 2. And at one forward for the Maroons, Alfred Coley, a 6'8 junior, averaging 10 points, 10.5 points and 8.5 rebounds, wearing number 0. And at center, Charlie Crane, 6'10 senior, headed to Navy, averaging 14 points, 9 rebounds, leads the team in those two categories along with block shots with 44. Crane will wear number 10. Dowling comes in averaging just under 61 points on offense, giving up 48.5 points on defense. Their record is 16-2, ranked 4th under head coach Justin Einertson, who's assisted by John Nagel, Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, Kevin O'Hare, and Sam Young, and Coach Einertson in his 3rd year. So, Jimmy, that's a tale of the tape. What do you have for the keys to tonight's game?
The Maroons have to do everything they can to slow down Colin Rice, which is a tough task. He lit up Dowling for 34 points in the first matchup. 8 rebounds. You look at these two matchups, and Davis and Rice, Landon Davis and Colin Rice are 1 and 2 in Class 4A in rebounding. Rice is number 5 in scoring, but here's a key stat for Waukee Northwest. Isaiah Oliver leading Class 4A in assists. So when you have somebody with that frame of mind who can distribute the basketball, find the open guys, and then these guys knock down three-pointers, at almost a 40% clip. So tough task for the Maroons. Really got to take it to them with the big guys. Coley's have a real nice last few games. Crane has to have a big game, but you mentioned Noah Martin's at the halftime of the girls' game. Noah Martin's got to come off, be the quarterback of this team, as you've mentioned, and hopefully lead these guys to a fourth quarter where they're 1 or 2 possessions in this game.
All right, both teams on the floor. The officials remain the same as they're being held over from game number 1, and they did a tremendous job there. As Chris Lynch will toss the ball, or check that. Chris Lynch, Tyler Brady, and Michael Joensen are 3 officials, and Alfred Coley jumping it up against Landon Davis, and the Wolves of Waukee Northwest win the tip, and we are underway here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. Left to right go the Wolves, wearing the road black uniforms, silver numbers and trim. In the lane is Davis, works against Coley, kicks it out to Isaiah Oliver, pull-up jumper good from 3 points.
Nice inside out, hitting Isaiah on a wide open corner 3, knocked it down. Interesting how the Maroons were defending.
Underneath, Jenkins gets loose, shoots and scores.
So Maroons are defending Northwest a little bit different than they did in the first match, putting Nate Jenkins, who's been a defensive stopper for the Maroons, on Colin Rice. And here they're switching him with Crane.
3-2 our score. Wolves with the lead, and now turnover on the baseline as Kukin loses it, and it'll be Dowling basketball as they go right to left in front of us towards the south basket here at the Maroon Gym. This place is packed. They lob it inside to Coley, and it's tipped away by the Wolves. Turnover against Dowling, and the other way we go. And the ball tipped out of bounds in transition will be Dowling basketball. Another turnover.
We talked a lot about it in the first game. These two teams really don't give you a chance to breathe up and down in their transition. Both teams really have to focus on getting back on missed shots and on turnovers, trying to stop any type of transition.
3-2, Waukee Northwest here in game 2. Crane underneath on the left block, turns, spins with the left hand, shot off the glass. Too strong, well defended by Landon Davis. Rebound Davis, and the Wolves in the front court. With it is Nash Kukin. Started by Coppola, now works into a double team. He kicks it out to Davis, won't shoot the 3. Now they spin it over in the corner. Del Oliver for 3, it's no good. Rebound Coppola. And he's guarded by Kukin in the backcourt. 3-2 Northwest. Game 1 was won by Dowling, 58-49, snapping Waukee Northwest 6-game winning streak on the girls' side. Now here's Jenkins with the basketball. In the lane he goes. Nate with the pass on the right side, stolen away by Oliver. Isaiah down the lane with the left hand. His shot up, no good. Might have been partially blocked by Crane. Rebound Dowling. Martin's underneath, and he steps on the baseline.
Oh, that's a 3rd turnover by the Maroons. Had 12 in the first game against Northwest. Northwest had 4 turnovers in the first game. Maroons out to 3 turnovers here, just about 2.5 minutes into the game.
It's amazing how this crowd has just grown. I think they came in with you. I know you get here late because of your situation, but they are here and they are exploding here tonight, Jimmy. This place is packed. Student body here for both schools. And it's Waukee Northwest with the basketball. And now a steal by Dowling. Here's Jenkins. Nate all the way down with the left hand layup is good. He went right around Colin Rice for the basket.
I think you take it right at Colin Rice as Nate Jenkins in there. If anything, draw the foul that time. Colin Rice getting in, letting him through, and Nate Jenkins converting.
Wolves with it. Here's Heitland. Leaves it for Davis. He's double team, and now a whistle and traveling called on Davis.
Excellent call there as Davis kind of moved around with his pivot foot. 3 turnovers now for both teams, and we're only not even 3 minutes into this game.
4-3 Dowling. Over Northwest. Wolves jump back on man-to-man defense. Dowling with the ball. Here's Coley with it. Leaves it for Martins. No, with the left hand. Layup good. He got around Isaiah Oliver, and a timeout called by the Wolves. And Noah showing his speed, and Dowling leads it 6-3 with 4:53 left to go here in the first quarter. And it's a 30-second timeout, says Tyler Brady, one of our 3 officials. So we'll keep it here. Want to recognize some of our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. They include Skeffington's Formal Wear, Fast Signs and Clive, and Catholic Tuition Organization. I'm Mark Amadale. Tonight, Jimmy Cataldo sitting in for the boys game. We're also simulcasting coach on CISN, and yes. I know they picked up that tremendous interview I had with Mr. Pete Peterson, legendary Hall of Fame basketball. When I was growing up, it was Pete Peterson and Steve Bebout calling games. If they were at your game, that means it was a big game.
I almost got to ask him, how many times did he either warn you or throw a technical at you?
Never. Never. I was well behaved.
Was that back when you couldn't stand?
I give you a bone and you throw it right back at me. My goodness. Now we got a whistle and a foul as we're back to live action. These 30-second timeouts just go so quick. Whistle and a foul on Coppola. Maddox with his first foul. So we didn't talk much about the depth of both teams. For Waukee Northwest, Logan Achenbach, a 6-foot junior, will come in rotation, and Joe Vineyard, 6'5" junior, will play, wearing number 30. He was a tight end in football for the Wolves. And for Dowling, we'll see Gio Keelis off the bench and Sam Ralston. And now the Wolves with
nice
this shot.
Turnaround jump shot by Landon Davis. Landon Davis and Charlie Crane have gone at each other for the last 2 to 3 years, and just been great matchups between those two. Just with the overall height that both of them have, it's fun to watch those two.
Davis headed to Illinois, makes his first basket. Now Coppola for 3, and it's good, right in front of the Waukee Northwest bench. And Maddox Coppola, one of the captains for this Maroon team, drills it.
Certainly a key individual that has to show up big tonight, and Maddox just has that cool and calm presence about him. He's somebody who can get really hot tonight.
All right, here's Kukin with it, guarded by Jenkins. Gets over in the corner to Isaiah. Oh, a nice move by Isaiah Oliver. Gets loose in the baseline, and goaltending called on Dowling, and it's 9-7 Maroons.
Super quick individual Isaiah Oliver is, and he's going to go do some great things at the University of Iowa, walking on at football.
Yeah,
Tough receiver.
We got quarterback and receiver here with, we haven't talked to about Mike Highland tonight. The quarterback on that Wolves football team, he threw 9 touchdowns to him. Now the Wolves with the steal underneath it, a shot blocked by Coley, and that was Landon Davis with the shot that had it blocked. 28 on the shot clock. It'll be Northwest basketball, Jimmy, underneath their own basket.
I can understand how you can get kind of mixed up between football and basketball.
So both teams will probably go 2 deep off the bench. Depends on the game. And now the Wolves with it. Here's Colin Rice. Headed to Nebraska. Pull-up jumper. Might have been partially blocked by Alfred Coley. Rebound Dowling. Martin's in the front court. Martins, Coppola, and Jenkins, the 3 guards for Dowling, along with Crane and Coley. Noah with it, leaves it for Coppola. Maddox with it on the dribble, guarded by Kukin. And swing it over to the right side to Noah Martins. Works a 2-man game with Crane, down the lane, loses it. Out of bounds, they say it went off of the Wolves. To be Dowling basketball with 13 on the shot clock as we approach the 3-minute mark in the first quarter.
First time that either team has gone to their bench. Gio Keelis coming in for Maddox Coppola. Big-time shooter Gio Keelis is, and so if he gets loose, Coach Heiner, turnover.
Gio, a 6'3" senior, leads the team with made 3-pointers with 32 and averaging 9.5 points, just under 3 rebounds. Turnover against Dowling. That's getting up there. Turnovers.
5.
All right, here's Oliver in the front court as they reverse the ball to Davis. They swing it over to Heitland. Now in the corner to Kukin. Back to Rice for 3. It's no good. And a rebound Keelis and Dowling. 9-7 Dowling. 2:30 remaining. First quarter. Packed house here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Final girl-boy doubleheader of the regular season. Dowling boys in action tomorrow at noon as they take on Norwalk here at the Dowling Gym. And for Waukee Northwest, they take on Valley in a makeup game tomorrow night, 5:30 at the Northwest Gym. So both teams playing tomorrow. Here's a pull-up jumper by Noah Martins. No good. Might have been partially blocked. Rebound Wolves. Here's Kukin with it. Leaves it for Heitland. Fakes the 3. Now gives it up to Davis. Gets it back for 3. It's no good. And Crane loses the ball right into Coley's hands. And Dowling with the ball.
If the Maroons can hold Northwest three-pointing shooting at bay. That's going to be a positive thing for the Maroons tonight. Waukee Northwest, one of the top-rated three-point shooting teams in Class 4A.
All right, here's Crane in the lane, and his shot no good. Hits the deck. Charlie looking up saying, hey, there was contact there. And they play on. They'll be Dowling basketball with 18 on the shot clock. Maroons lead by 2. Noah Martins will throw it in. Tries to get it to Coley, and it's tipped. And they say it went off Colin Rice.
Officials coming together.
And
I think,
Alfred Coley. So it'll be Dowling basketball.
Officials came together, a little indecision. Great job working together.
Coach Watson knew it. He's standing there.
Yep.
Officials got to work as a team. We just talked about that for 5 minutes between games. You didn't listen. They work as a team.
I mean, you threw me to the curb. You told me, hey, we're going to have a little extended.
Never done that.
Pre-game.
So Pete Peters an exception. Now underneath, Coley with the shot up and good. As he lost his defender that time, Colin Rice.
Finding the ball inside. Maroons have only shot one three-pointer and made it here in this first quarter. Maroons are really making their shots inside.
Dowling by 4. Underneath, a nice move by Isaiah Oliver, and he has 7 of the Wolves' 9 points with 1:10 to play in the first quarter. Dowling by 2, but Isaiah Oliver, who in their first meeting, Jimmy, had 1 point and 11 assists.
11 assists.
Now here's a steal by Oliver down court. They get it to Colin Rice. He spins on the baseline, and his shot's blocked out of bounds by Charlie Crane. And the big guys are mixing it up. The Wolves now will bring in Logan Achenbach, the 6-foot junior who we talked about. He will replace Mac Heitland. 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Kukin inbounds the ball to Oliver. Now back to Kukin. Nash coming off a ball screen by Davis in the lane. Now gets it back to Davis for 3. And he rolls off the rim, no good. Out of bounds off Martins, who tipped it away off his teammate Alfred Coley. So brand new shot clock. 40 seconds remaining, but 35 in the brand new shot clock here, Jimmy. Wolves basketball.
Well, it continue to look to get a two-man game with Rice in the middle. Kick it, yeah.
All right, here is Rice for 3. It's no good, and a rebound to Coley. So check that. Keyless with 30 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off here, and Dowling trying to play for the last shot.
Well, Waukee Northwest is struggling to hit the three-point shot, and the Maroons can't not turn the ball over. Maroons have 6 turnovers in the first quarter. Waukee Northwest is 1 of 6 from 3.
All right, Dowling with the ball. Keyless draws the foul, and that'll be on Achenbach, who just checked in. Team foul number 1 on Waukee Northwest. So they got some fouls to give here in the final 9 seconds.
Very clean game here so far in the first quarter. Just 1 foul on each team. Tells you a little bit about the officials. They're letting them play a little bit. There hasn't been any egregious contact, but certainly letting them play a little bit.
All right, Dowling with the ball. 5 seconds remaining. Here's Martins coming off a ball screen by Crane. He'll launch the 3. It's no good, and we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 11. Waukee Northwest 9 alongside Jimmy Cataldo. I am Mark Amadale. Dowling girls winning the first game 58-49 over Northwest. We'll be back for the second quarter of the boys game coming up on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Thought of the day with Monsignor Frank Bagnano.
Parents, here's some sage advice from a saint who encountered all sorts of families. It is very important that children learn from their fathers and mothers how to love one another. Not in the school, not from the teacher, but from you, the parents. It's very important that you share with your children the joy and smile in your heart. There will be misunderstandings. Every family has its crosses, its sufferings, but always be the first to forgive with a smile. Be cheerful, be happy. Great advice for home and for parents, especially when the children are small. Remember, love is caught, it's not just taught. Parents, try to grow in patience and love. The children will learn by catching it. And that is today's thought of the day.
back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym Friday night. Central Iowa Metro League basketball.
That's right.
Girl-boy doubleheader, the final one of the year, and it's sold out. This place is packed. Dowling has the ball first to start the second quarter. Maroons lead it 11-9 over Waukee Northwest. Keyless on the baseline gets the first three-pointer. It's no good of the second quarter. Rebound Northwest. Here's Rice with it. Dribbles baseline. His shot up. No good. Good defense that time by Capola, who gets the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Martins. Noah goes around Isaiah Oliver for the basket. Nice first step that time by Noah Martins, who has 4 points.
Quick, just so quick off that first step. Beat his defender and then real quick to the basket.
13-9, Dowling by 4, matching their biggest lead. Wolves with the basketball. Here's Rice with it. They play catch on the perimeter with Kukin. Now Kukin dribbles baseline, and his shot up and good. Check that. It's Mac Heitland back in who shoots and scores, Jimmy.
A little extra step there, but nothing called. And Heitland converts. 2-point game, Dowling 13, Waukee Northwest 11.
Under 7 minutes to play, second quarter. Reminder at halftime, we will have part of the Dowling girls basketball staff on as they defeated Waukee Northwest in game 1, 58-49 to conclude the regular season. Here's Capola with the basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Dowling right to left in front of us towards the south basket here at the Dowling Gym. And now here is Martins for three. Top of the key, it's no good. Offensive rebounded by Landon Davis over Charlie Crane. Wolves in the front court. They dribble baseline, and that is Achenbach in there. Here in the second quarter, gets it out to Isaiah Oliver. Oliver dribbles baseline. He's guarded by Charlie Crane. His shot up and good, and Oliver having a night. That's his fourth basket, his third 2-point basket, and he's got 9 points.
Well, the Maroons defensively have come out with a completely different game plan on how they're going to guard Colin Rice, and putting one of their stronger guards, smaller guards on Rice, which allows some of the bigger guys playing on Oliver, and Oliver's taking advantage of it.
All right, here's Noah Martins dribbling down, and his shot is blocked by Landon Davis. And Davis saves the ball from going out of bounds. Colin Rice is down court, layup good. Foul will be on Coley. Great move by Rice. He just took it right to the rim. They're going to count the basket and the foul on Alfred Coley of Dowling, his first.
Alfred Coley found himself in some foul trouble in the first game, fouling out against Waukee Northwest. Drew the defensive assignment on Colin Rice, and Colin Rice went off on Alfred. So Dowling going a little bit different, and so far it's working. That's the first bucket by Colin Rice on the night, but a chance for a three-point play.
And the free throw up and good. So Rice averaging 21.5 points, leading scorer for the Wolves. And he's a 78% free throw shooter. Completes the traditional three-point play, as Jimmy mentioned. 16-13. The Wolves now with the lead. Underneath, Charlie Crane slams it home as he got behind Landon Davis for the basket.
And that's the way you got to attack, because Landon Davis is coming to block, and Charlie goes in strong, no doubt.
Here's Rice for three. It's no good, but offensive rebound, Northwest. Rice underneath, and he is fouled underneath. Charlie Crane will get him as he hits the deck. Foul on Dowling, and on Charlie his first, and free throws coming for the Wolves. And Colin Rice back to the free throw line here, Jimmy.
You know, going into this second quarter, the Maroons were out rebounding Waukee Northwest 6-2. But coming into this second quarter, Waukee Northwest now has, 6 rebounds, 3 of them offensive.
All right, what are some other numbers you got in front of you?
So Maroons went 5 of 9 in the first quarter, made 1 out of 2 threes, and Waukee Northwest shot 4 of 12, 1 of 6 from 3.
And the second free throw good. So Rice 3 for 3 at the free throw line. He's got 5 points. The Wolves lead by 3, 18-15 over Dowling Catholic. Approach the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Place is packed. Here's Keyless at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Colin Rice. Wolves in the front court. Rice gets it to Oliver. Isaiah with it on the left wing. Now they swing it right side to Rice. To Kukin. Nash with it, working a 2-man game with Rice. Colin with it in the lane, guarded by Jenkins. Fadeaway jumper up, good. Smooth move by Colin Rice, and he went off last time in a timeout. Dowling. 5-point lead for the Wolves, 20-15, and this is a full timeout. We'll take it with them with 4:34 to go here in the second quarter from the Dowling Catholic Gym. It's Waukee Northwest 20, Dowling 15 on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Make Valentine's Day unforgettable with Bella Notte, a beautiful evening at the St. Luke's Green Gala, February 14th at the FFA Enrichment Center. Enjoy a family-style Italian dinner, live dessert auction, and silent auction, featuring live music by Nashville singer-songwriter Danica Ports. Cocktail hour begins at 5 p.m. Bella Notte, a beautiful evening, Saturday, February 14th at the FFA Enrichment Center in Ankeny, supporting St. Luke the Evangelist School. To get your tickets, visit slte.org.
We're back at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Now the ball tipped in the back court on Dowling's possession out of the timeout. 20-15, Waukee Northwest with the lead over Dowling. Here is Maddox Capola with the basketball. He'll do a step back three. It's no good.
That's blocked.
I think it slipped off his hand, and the rebound will go out of bounds to the Wolves.
Good timeout by Coach Einertson. As you look back, the second quarter really got the Maroons the last game. They only scored 2 points in the first meeting against Waukee Northwest in the second quarter. And right now, Northwest is really taking control of this game in the second quarter.
All right, here's Colin Rice underneath. Reverse layup, up and good. It's been all Colin Rice here in the second quarter, as he's got 4 of his 9 points. And it's 22-15. The Wolves lead by 7, their largest lead. Keep in mind, a month ago, Northwest defeated Dowling 72-52 at the Northwest Gym, and this is the rematch. And now Dowling underneath. A shot off the glass too strong by Noah Martins, tipped out of bounds. They say went off of Rice. It'll be Northwest. It'll be Dowling basketball underneath their own basket. All right, Noah Martins will throw it in. And lob it into Alfred Coley. Dowling going with their starting 5. Alfred Coley, Nate Jenkins, Charlie Crane, Noah Martins, and Maddox Capola. Here's Jenkins for 3. Up, in and out, no good. Rebound, Colin Rice. A Nebraska recruit all over that. Gets it out to Kukin. Backs in against Capola. Kukin, the sophomore, at 6'2". Works it over to Rice. And the ball, he stepped out of bounds. It'll be a turnover against the Wolves. Good defense by the Maroons. They over-pursued that.
Look at the Maroons just struggling from the outside shooting right now, just not finding a consistency that they need, because the inside presence of Landon Davis and Colin Rice poses a lot of issues with the Maroons down low. Got to find a little more consistency from the outside to stay in this game. Down 6 now. 7.
Yeah, Waukee Northwest. Record is 16-3, ranked 3rd in Class 4A. Dowling ranked 4th in 4A. Here's Jenkins with the shot, no good. And rebounded by Rice. One and done are the Wolves. Outlet pass goes to Kukin. Now back to Rice, who trails, and he shoots the 3. It's no good, and Capola with the rebound. Now here's a steal by the Wolves. Here's Rice with the steal. Underneath, a shot off the glass, left it short. Might have been altered that time by Charlie Crane, who hustled back, and the rebound comes out to the Wolves. Now Kukin in the corner for 3. It's in and out, no good. Rebound, Coley and Dowling.
Maroons are finding it really tough to rebound here in the second quarter. A little bit tired throughout this game, but got to block out guys, get rebounds, don't give Northwest second chances.
2 of the top 4 teams in Class 4A boys doing battle here at the Dowling Gym tonight. Both teams in action tomorrow. Dowling will host Norwalk. Waukee Northwest takes on Valley. Dowling-Norwalk game at noon here at the Dowling Gym, and Valley and Northwest at 5:30 at the Northwest Gym. And a 3-pointer up and good. Capola with his second 3 of the night.
I mean, just strong shooting. We know Capola's got it in him. He's just hasn't found that rhythm throughout the season, but he's knocked down 2 threes so far in this game. Einertson talked about the wing guys having big games. Right now, Capola's answering.
There's Landon Davis, kicks it out to Oliver for 3. It's no good, and the rebound Dowling and Capola. 22-18, Warwick Northwest by 4 with a minute to play here in the first half. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale. Roman Wilkham, our studio producer on Iowa Catholic Radio. And Aaron Bandy, our director on the live stream for CISN, along with Sam Nord and Marion Bailey. And now the ball tipped in the backcourt by Mac Heitland. He goes down, reverse layup up and good. Mac Heitland with the steal and basket. He has 4 points in the second quarter.
Just recognizing the situation. Heitland caught Charlie Crane looking the other way. Sneaks up, steals the ball coast to coast. Big play by Heitland.
All right, shot clock and game clock about a 1 or 2 second differential. 19 seconds on the shot clock. And here is Jenkins guarded by Kukin.
Northwest has plenty of fouls to give.
Yeah,
they're going to play over aggressive.
They have not committed a foul. They do there, as Heitland will commit the foul. That'll be his first. Maroons going offense defense here as they'll bring in Keelis, their sharp shooting three-point shooter. He'll replace Charlie Crane. So the Maroons go with a 4-guard offense here, Jimmy, in the final 6 seconds.
Well, I don't think they're going to give you anything really defensively. They're going to play overly aggressive, knowing they got fouls to give.
Now they get into Coley. His turnaround shot no good, and a rebound. Landon Davis, 1 second left. Half-court shot by Oliver is no good, and we go to halftime with Waukee Northwest leading Dowling Catholic 24-18. The Maroons held to 7 points in the second quarter. They're outscored 15-7 by Waukee Northwest in that second quarter, Jimmy, as the Wolves with the halftime lead, 24-18.
Well, what the Maroons really cleaned up were they were getting beat in the turnovers. Only had 2 turnovers in the second quarter, but actually got dominated on the glass with Waukee Northwest getting 9 rebounds in that second quarter alone. The Maroons 4, giving Northwest second chance points or opportunities, really allowed them to take control of this game, going to halftime up to 6.
All right, we'll be back at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Second half to come, but at halftime we'll be joined by Joel Danner, the assistant girls basketball coach at Dowling Catholic, following the Dowling girls win tonight 58-49 over Waukee Northwest. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I am Mark Amadale. Our halftime score in the boys contest, Waukee Northwest 24, Dowling 18. Back in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
The Catholic Tuition Organization, your sponsor today, supports worthy students wanting a Catholic education. Gifts to CTO are first monies applied to tuition expenses in the Diocese of Des Moines. That means other sources of support will go further. Donations to CTO earn a 75% Iowa tax credit. If you give $1,000, you receive a tax credit of $750. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
It's our turn to listen to you. Iowa Catholic Radio's listener survey is now live. Your response helps tell the Iowa Catholic Radio story on how hearts and minds have been changed. Take our survey today at iowacatholicradio.com and enter to win a $25 Visa gift card.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines, alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Halftime of the boys game. Waukee Northwest leads Dowling 24-18. The battle of 2 of the top 4 teams in boys basketball. Third-ranked Waukee Northwest Wolves leading 4th-ranked Dowling. And the girls contest tonight, it was the Dowling girls, ranked 3rd, knocking off number 2 Waukee Northwest 58-49. Now we're joined by assistant coach Joel Danner. Coach, thanks for joining us. This is the second time this year they let you on here to visit with us. They just throw you up here on Radio Row.
I guess there's something else more important going on tonight. So Coach said I had to do this. I was kind of celebrating Ellie Moeller here tonight at halftime of the boys' game, so that's a big monumental thing for her, so we'll let her enjoy that.
Congratulations on the win. It's good to see Audrey Faber.
It's back, yes.
It's no longer Faber I keep. It's Coach Audrey.
Francis,
Aubrey Francis, I keep forgetting, but good to see her back. She's been under the weather since last Friday, but Joel, what a team victory, and I mean literally. You have 4 kids in double figures. Very complimentary basketball. Yes, Ellie Moeller and Katie Moeller lead the way, but Maddie Rice and Adrian Sears with some big baskets, some big-time playing, and then Tess Carmichael hit a big 3 in that first half to really get everybody loose and everybody going. That's what you want to see.
That's what we need coming off the bench. We know she's going to give defense, but we just got to have her knock down a shot or two, and she did that. But, yeah, you talked about Maddie and Adrian second half tonight. Just they played flawlessly. Both sides of the floor did a great job. And they were wore out. They were chasing screeners all night long, trying to guard those 2 girls. And they did a fantastic job third and fourth quarters. Then hit some big shots for us in the second half.
As I told Mike Burke during the game, I said, both teams have 8 days off because you don't play again unless you have a scrimmage schedule. You don't play again until a week from tomorrow. So they're going to be, limited bench tonight. Starters are going to go almost a full 32.
Yeah, and I think you'll probably see that, postseason on from now on. Just try to make sure that we keep everyone interested in what they're doing and making sure they know their roles. But yeah, tight game like this, you start to, narrow your bench down a little bit, go with the girls that you really trust. And, those really 6 stepped up tonight, did what they were supposed to do. Like you say, complimentary basketball. They gave Ellie the ball when she was open. Katie's second half kind of took over in terms of going to the basket and got her offensive game going. But, it was just a good night of just physical and mental toughness for our team in the second half.
One of the largest leads you had was at the end of the first quarter, up 20-11. Got that nice basket at the end of the quarter, and you kind of propelled that. But Northwest had a tremendous second quarter, so they cut the lead to 6 at halftime. And what was the message at halftime? You're up 6, and then they had their run in the third quarter.
You just keep doing what we're doing, to be honest with you. We had a 6-point lead at the half, even though they cut it down. We felt good with what we were doing, and biggest message was they're not going to continue to make those tough shots. And we just said, keep defending, because those shots are not going to fall in the second half. And it kind of came, to fruition for us. They got a couple here and there, but overall, defensively is where we showed the physical toughness tonight. And then late in the game, we, unlike the last time, we took care of the ball and made free throws. Okay, so that was obviously the advantage, what allowed us to win that game tonight.
Well, you look, Coach Danner, it's been a grind all year, and you play some really tough teams, especially late. In Johnson tonight at Northwest, your bracket, and the path to at least get down to Casey's. How's this team going to be different? How do you think this team, or what does this team need to do to really reach your ultimate goals?
I think it's going to start on the offensive end. We've got to be able to score. We've got to be able to take advantage of mismatches and put our girls in a position where they can catch the ball, where they're able to score. If we can score, honestly, and get some offensive boards, I full confidence in our defense that we're going to be able to keep teams under 40, 45. But we've got to get to that 50-point mark. If we do that, I feel pretty good about what we're doing moving forward.
Well, then you look at, what are you have a little bit of time off, a little bit of time to get a little bit healthy and make sure everybody's ready to go. What are those things you're going to work on in practice so that you're at the top of your game come your first game in the playoffs?
Number one is going to be conditioning, just making sure that our girls are in shape. Because right now, we're getting over some sickness and stuff, but we need to get them back to 100% so they can get themselves defensively in positions to play without fouling. Offensively, we need to put a couple of different looks in, and that's what we've talked about is what are we going to do postseason-wise to catch teams off guard. So we need to give a couple different looks, because right now the Northwest and Johnson's pretty much have figured out what we want to do offensively. So what are we going to do to counter that? So that's kind of what we've been talking about. But, those are probably the 2 biggest things. Again, we're just going to constantly keep talking to our girls about give Ellie the ball, give Ellie the ball, give Ellie the ball. Okay, she's hard to stop one-on-one.
Visit with assistant coach Joel Danner of the Dowling girls basketball team. Following the Dowling girls win in game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader, 58-49 over Waukee Northwest. That snapped the 6-game winning streak for the Wolves. And Coach, now 8 days off. I mentioned the word scrimmage, but what do? You go back to like preseason or Christmas break and do a lot of skill work? Are you and Donahue going to go in and take your lumps against Ellie Moeller and company in the paint? What's going on?
We are. Actually, I'm going to let Tom take care of most of that for the postseason. Those girls get a good laugh when he ends up laying on his butt. They just knock him over, and he keeps coming back, so I don't know, but it's great to see, and the girls just love going at him. But yeah, we've done a lot more skill work this year on Sundays. That's pretty much an hour and a half of just breaking down different skills, passing it to the post, seeing where the defender's at, working on help defenders, kicking the ball, skipping the pass, just doing small things to make our girls get better.
Jimmy mentioned the road to the Casey Center this year, no longer Wells Fargo Arena. And you start with the winner of Wednesday night's game between Des Moines, Lincoln, and Marshalltown. Those two teams will meet for the third time, and Marshalltown won both meetings. So you're looking to see one of those teams next Saturday here at the Dowling Gym. The other part of the bracket, Waukee at Cedar Rapids Kennedy. What do you know about Cedar Rapids Kennedy? Because you've seen Waukee twice.
Well, I know they're 11-9 before tonight. I know they got two girls that are averaging double figures that are pretty solid. The sophomore guard that's averaging about 15, gets up a lot of shots. So she's only 5'7", so we'll have to defend her for sure. They got a decent post player, it's about 5'9". So I started watching a little bit of tape on Kennedy just to start preparing. So by that point in the season, in our home court, I feel like we got the advantage there.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time taking to visit with us at halftime. Congratulations, big win over Sam Powell and Waukee Northwest, and I'll bet they'll be along for the ride down at Casey.
I sure will be meeting them down there again and seeing them on the floor.
2 number 1 seeds going at it tonight. What a way to conclude the regular season.
Great basketball game, great high school girls basketball game, and thank Iowa Catholic Radio. You guys do a great job, so we appreciate it.
Well, you're walking in CISN tonight.
Yeah,
they even let Cataldo on TV.
God, they on TV.
God, we're not on.
Oh my gosh,
Coach, you and I can be just loose. No TV on us.
No
tonight.
TV. I don't need TV. Thank you, gentlemen.
You bet. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank
Coach
you.
Joel Danner joining us here on halftime. Dowling boys and Waukee Northwest ready to start the second half. We'll take a 1-minute break. 24-18 is our score. Waukee Northwest leads Dowling. Back in 1 minute for the third quarter on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Programming supported in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, online at skeffingtons.com. Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
It's the Catholic Morning Show with Bo Bonner, Matt Wilkham, Aiden Pugh, and Alexia Baker.
Coming up Monday, Max McLean tries to clean up the strategies of Wormwood ahead of a Des Moines stage production of The Screw Tape Letters. Danielle Fennessy frames the upcoming Turn Conference with Bishop Keener in Jefferson. We'll have another Olympic update, plus all the news, weather, and saint info to help get your week started right.
The Catholic Morning Show, weekdays at 7, only on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hello, this is Father Bill Safranek from the Archdiocese of Omaha. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
All right, back here at the Dowling Gym, it's Waukee Northwest with the first possession. Corner 3 by Isaiah Oliver is no good, and a loose ball foul called on the Wolves on the first possession. Jimmy, you got to look at the first half stats.
So first half, through one half of this game, Bruins are shooting 8 of 21, 38%. Hit 2 3-pointers in the first half, 10 rebounds, 8 turnovers for the Maroons. Waukee Northwest shooting up almost 38%, 9 of 27, 4. They only hit 1 out of 10 3-pointers on so far on the night. Out-rebounding the Maroons 11-10 and just have 4 turnovers. Went 3 of 3 from the line in the only free throw shot in the first half.
Whistle and a foul on Colin Rice. That's his first foul. And on the previous possession, when Northwest had the ball, loose ball foul. Now Jenkins gets loose, and a nice pass from Charlie Crane. Layup good by Nate Jenkins, who has 6 points for Dowling.
Jenkins taking advantage of his defender, who's overplaying him deep in the front court, and outruns him to the basket. Good conversion.
24-20, Northwest with a 4-point lead. Ball tipped out of bounds. Coach Watson trying to get his troops in line.
You look on the floor, Nate Jenkins has probably given up at least 6-7 inches on Colin Rice, but playing him so tough defensively, inside and out.
Here's Oliver with it. Now gets it over to Rice, as you mentioned. And they work the corner. Well, shot in the lane up and good.
Colin Rice, turnaround jump shot, using his height on the baseline, shooting over Nate Jenkins.
Yeah, that's a mismatch right there. You talked about it, but Maroons have went with it thus far. Now the Wolves on defense against Dowling's offense. Both teams to their starting lineups. There's Noah Martins with it for the Maroons.
Well, Maroons defensively, it allows Alfred Coley to play throughout without foul trouble. He had a lot of foul trouble guarding Colin Rice the first time. So it makes sense to put Nate Jenkins, who's been the best defender for the Maroons this season.
All right, here's a pull-up jumper by Martins. It's no good from three-point range. And rebound slapped around and picked up by Kukin. Wolves with it in the front court. Now in transition, Heitland for three. It's no good. He hasn't got untracked as of yet. Rebound Dowling. Here's Jenkins in the front court. Nate down the lane, fakes it to Charlie Crane back. He bounces it to Alfred Coley, and it goes off his thigh out of bounds to Northwest. The Maroons had an opportunity there.
Good back cut by Alfred Coley, just bringing the ball down below his waist where ball got tipped a little bit but hit off his knee.
Now the Wolves will dribble in the front court. Here's Oliver with it. Work the left side. Now they kick it out. Long three coming up and good. Colin Rice again. He's got 12 points. Check that, 14 points for Rice. And it's 29-20. The Wolves lead by 9, their largest of the night. Now underneath, Coley loses the basketball right in the hands of Jenkins.
Alfred Coley wants that back so bad. He had opportunity, just couldn't handle the ball. Easy shot for him down low.
Here's Coppola for three. It's off the mark, no good. And a rebound cleared out of there by Colin Rice. Colin all the way down court, loses out of his hand, stolen away by Martins. Noel on a 2-on-1, stolen away by Oliver. Down court and a layup up, and no good. He blew the layup. Colin Rice, rebound Coppola and Dowling. Maroons trail by 9, and Crane for three in the corner. It's no good. The ball stopped out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball.
Oh, Colin Rice got in between. Do
I
dunk it or do I lay it in? And threw that in-between shot. Goes a little bit too strong on the easy layup. My goodness, he wants that back.
He got in between instead. We got a 30-second timeout called. 4:35 to go here in the third quarter. It's 29-20. Waukee Northwest ranked number 3, leading fourth-ranked Dowling here in the third quarter, alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo, and I'll tell you what, you hit the nail on the head, Coach. Colin Rice it was hard to handle in the first meeting between the two teams, and it's looking that way tonight. 34 points in game one. He had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 block, and he's making those numbers match almost here tonight from a month ago.
Double-double for Colin Rice, but you look at that first game, and one of the guys that stood out was Nash Cook, and he hit some three-pointers. He scored 11 in the first matchup. And you mentioned Isaiah Oliver had 11 assists in that first game.
Yes, he did.
The Maroons are leaving him a little bit more open, giving him his shot, and he's knocked down a couple threes.
All right, Dowling out of the timeout with the basketball. Here's Crane, right side, guarded by Davis. On the right block, his shot up, no good, left it too strong. Rebound, Colin Rice, and a foul on Coley in the backcourt. So Alfred picks up his second foul. The Maroons can't let this get out of hand. They lost by 20 in the first meeting, and right now they're down 9. And the Wolves have the basketballs. We're almost halfway through the third quarter. A little high-low, and we got a whistle and a foul called on Coley, and that'll be his third. And almost to what you mentioned earlier, Jimmy, Alfred got in foul trouble in the first matchup over at Northwest.
And that's just him going against a different opponent, and Alfred Coley just gets a little handsy on his defense. He's somebody that just cannot go on the bench just with the size that Northwest has.
Here's Davis with the basketball, leaves it for Oliver. He dribbles out of the lane. 20 on the shot clock for the Wolves. There's Oliver. Pass over to Kukin. Nash with it. Pull-up jumper off the glass too strong. Rebound Dowling as Charlie Crane hits the deck and helped up by Landon Davis, who may have assisted him.
I watch these. I mean, it's not just the big guys. It's the entire individuals on the court going at it on shots. Both teams are blocking out, but the guys who are being blocked out are playing through it, and the officials, for the most part, are letting them both play.
All right, Dowling with the basketball, trailing by 9. Crane with it. Backdoor cut underneath the Martins. Leaves it for Sam Ralston, who just checked in. Sam, a 6-foot junior, wearing number 1. Now here's Martins off the glass, good. Went around Heitland for the basket.
Martins is dangerous playing downhill towards the basket.
He has 6 points, 29-22. Wolves by 7. Now here's a steal. Bad pass that time by Rice, stolen away by Dowling. And now Ralston for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. And a rebound, Nash Kukin and the Wolves. Gioquilis in there, and goes all the way down, and a shot up, and good by Nash Kukin with the reverse layup. The basket will count, and a foul on Gioquilis of Dowling. That's his first foul.
First 2 points for Kukin.
Yeah, he was held scoreless in the first half. You're exactly right. Rams were 3 for 3 at the free throw line in the first half. Oliver with 9 first half points to lead the way. Kukin's free throw no good. Can't convert the traditional three-point play. Dowling with the rebound and in the front court. Here's Crane with it. Charlie works the right side. Gets to Ralston. Sam at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper, good. As he beat Kukin to the spot.
Big time coming off the bench for Sam Ralston. Coming off the pick, middle of the lane. Maroon's got to find some outside shooting. Both teams are shooting poorly from the outside.
Now reverse layup, no good by Oliver. Rebound Keyless, and we've got a whistle and a reach-in foul on Oliver. So Isaiah with his first foul. 14 foul on the Wolves here in the third quarter. Dowling with 3 team fouls. So the next Northwest foul will send Dowling to the free throw line. There's Noah Martins dribbling in the front court. Our score, 31-24. Waukee Northwest leads Dowling. 2:15 remaining, third quarter. Ralston with it, worked the right side. Now to Martins. Noah coming off a ball screen of Crane. Down the lane he goes. Little Euro step up and good. Love that little step that Noah does, and he's got 8 points.
You're going to fight back in this game, fight back with hitting high percentage shots. And Noah Martins at the rim has been a good recipe for the Maroons.
5-point lead for the Wolves. Minute 50 remaining in the third quarter. Now here's a mismatch here with Rice guarded by Ralston. We got a whistle and a foul on Dowling. And they're going to get Ralston for his first foul. That'll be team foul number 4 on the Maroons, I believe. Nope, 3. No, 4. I was right the first time. Substitutions as Logan Achenbach, number 23, checks in for the Wolves. He'll replace Nash Kukin. Get it into Rice, who's guarded by Jenkins. Now the Maroons with the double team. They can bring Crane over. Here's Achenbach with it. Turnaround jumper in the lane. Good. Right over Gioquilis.
Just checked into the game as Achenbach, and it's a big, big shot late in the third quarter to push the lead to 7.
The Wolves have only went 1 deep, and now reverse layup by Ralston is no good. Achenbach with the rebound. Logan all the way down. Pull-up jumper up. Good. Achenbach with back-to-back points for the Wolves, and the lead is now 9, 35-26 over Dowling with 1:10 to play in the third. There's Ralston with it, guarded by Crane, and Charlie tried to get rid of the ball, and he was fouled from behind. I think we can get Davis for the foul. Nope. They are going to get Oliver for his second foul. And Charlie Crane to the free throw line here, Jimmy.
First free throws for the Maroons on the night, coming from Charlie Crane with just a minute to go in the third quarter.
First one up and good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Fast Signs in Clive, Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Construction Professionals. And oh, by the way, Bows and the Florists, you can order online. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and you're known
I've already taken
for
care
gifts.
Of it.
Oh, it's all taken. Oh,
nonchalant.
Okay.
You know, this is when, us Italians become Casanova.
Second free throw, no good by Crane. He goes 1 for 2. And Charlie with 3 points tonight. Held in check by the Wolves. Came in averaging 14 points. Leading scorer for the Maroons held to 3. 52 seconds remaining. Here's Oliver down the lane. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound. Davis had it and lost it to Jenkins. Tell you what, Nate Jenkins has been all over this court tonight for the Maroons. There's Capola with it. Now to Martins. 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 22 on the shot clock. And now Martins goes down the lane and he's fouled. 2 free throws coming. The foul's on Oliver again. That'll be his third.
patience, and the Maroons right there. Noah Martin just waiting for that opening to happen so he can attack the rim, and his patience allowed him to get free. And
Martin's attacking the glass. That's a big thing. First free throw good. Noah with 9 points tonight. We'll get a second free throw here. Ashworth Vision Clinic, Iowa Wealth Management. Some of our supporters in Iowa Catholic Radio, along with Fast Signs in Clive. Alongside Jimmy Catabo and Mark Amadale. Roman Wilkham, our studio producer on Iowa Catholic Radio. Second free throw good by Martins. Maroons are 3 of 4 at the line tonight, and for Noah, he got in for 10 points. 35-29, the Northwest lead is 6. Final 20 seconds of the third quarter, and the shot clock is turned off. Here's Oliver between the circles, guarded by Coppola. They bring the two big men in, Rice and Davis, on a double pick.
Try to take away Oliver's left side.
Now Oliver down the lane, his shot is up and no good, and a whistle and a foul on the Maroons. Crane might have got a piece of the ball, but they're going to give Martins the foul, and free throws coming for Oliver. Nice well-designed play drawn up there by Coach Watson. Isaiah Oliver to the line, has 9 points. First free throw good. 50% free throw shooter on the year. Headed to the University of Iowa. Preferred walk-on in football. Caught 9 touchdown passes as receiver from his quarterback, Mr. Heitland, out there, who threw for 28 touchdowns on the year. Went to the Final Four. Second free throw good. Was almost Dowling in Northwest in the finals until Liberty took care of Northwest in the semis. In football. Here's Martins with it. 1 second remaining. Shot at the horn. No good. A whistle and a foul at the horn. And we're going to have a dead ball free throw for Dowling. Fouls on Nash Kukin is second, and free throws coming for Noah Martins with no time on the clock at the end of the third quarter.
And a very desperation type shot for Noah Martins. It's really an unfoulable type play for Northwest, but they get Noah Martins on the elbow at the three-point arc, so he's going to shoot 3 free throws here with 0.5 to go in the quarter.
That's what Tyler Brady mentioned too. The official scorer, Kevin Oddie here. First free throw up and good. Martins with 11 points. Second one up and good. Noah with 12 points. Maroons did not attempt a free throw until, about 2 minutes ago? There were no attempts in the first half and most of the third quarter. And the third free throw good. They're going to put 0.5 of a second up there. 13 points for Martins. And we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Waukee Northwest 37, Dowling Catholic 32 in this boys Class 4A Central Iowa Metro League showdown. We'll be back in 1 minute with the fourth quarter on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Thought of the day with Monsignor Frank Bagnano.
When I teach children, I often hold up my hand and say the 5 words, be the first to love. On the playground, at home, in school, be the first to love. Now you are inviting Jesus into the situation. For adults as well, be the first to love. At work, in the mall, in the car, at home, especially when things get difficult or tense. Be the first to love, to forgive, to see the good news in someone else, to bring Jesus into the situation. Be the first to love. That diffuses difficult situations. It opens the door to peace. Be the first to love. And that's today's thought of the day.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines. We start the fourth quarter. Waukee Northwest leading Dowling 37-32. The Wolves ranked 4th. Wolves ranked 3rd. Dowling ranked 4th in Class 4A. 2 of the top 3 teams in the conference and the state. Waukee knocked off Waukee Northwest in their second meeting. And now underneath Dowling to start the fourth quarter. Reverse layup no good by Noah Martins. Rebound out to the Wolves. Here's Heitland with it. Skip pass over to Achenbach. His three-pointer no good. Ball goes out of bounds. And what do they have? Official stop play, and it'll be Dowling basketball. What a hustle over there. Heitland was battling Martins, I think, Jimmy, but let's take a look at the stats through three quarters.
Both teams are shooting about 38%, and poor shooting from three. Dowling is 2 of 11. Waukee Northwest is 2 of 13. I have Waukee Northwest out-rebounding Dowling 17-16. Maroons have 10 turnovers, Northwest 6. Maroons went 6 of 7 from the free throw line in that third quarter. Let's see here, Northwest went 2 of 3.
All right, Dowling with the ball. Trailing by 5. Here is Noel Martins with the basketball. They'll launch the three, top of the key over Oliver. It's no good, and a rebound out to the Wolves. In the front court is Landon Davis. Davis with it, guarded by Jenkins, and the ball stolen away by Keelis. Good hustle by Geely, came and helped defense there, Jimmy.
Tremendous defensive play by Keelis coming over to help. Drawing the ball away from Rice and getting the turnover.
He and Nate Jenkins double-teaming Rice, and now Noah on the baseline, and a hooking foul on, I'll tell you what, Oliver's just picked up his 4th foul. Isaiah Oliver, and that's trouble for Northwest. They'll get Achenbach back in the game for Oliver. And Coach Watson has only went 1 deep tonight, and that's Achenbach in there.
And Achenbach's been effective off the bench.
Yes, yes, he has.
You lose a little bit of the that quarterback play by Oliver. He leads the Class 4A, as we mentioned, in assists. So you lose that to him going on the bench here early in the fourth quarter.
Dowling was 6 of 7 at the free throw line in that third quarter. Wolves were 2 of 3. They're now 5 of 6 for the night at the free throw line. Dowling with the ball, 20 on the shot clock. Here is Martins with it. It's Martins, Keelis, and Jenkins, the 3 guards, with the bigs in there, Alfred Coley and Charlie Crane. And now here's Jenkins, fakes the 3, now goes to the basket, is shot up and left it short. Coley with the rebound, put back up and in, the basket will count, and a foul on Waukee Northwest, says Pat Hoberg.
A little late call in there, but you wonder if he was, because Coley took a lot of body on that shot, got the foul call, converted on the shot.
Alfred Coley with just his 4th point of the night, and they have really held the Dowling bigs into single digits instead of double digits as they normally score. Alfred's free throw, good. He's got 5 points. And it's 37-35, Northwest by 2 over Dowling. 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, fourth quarter. Here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN as we simulcast tonight. If you're listening on Iowa Catholic Radio, it's 105.5 FM. That is our brand new frequency as of be a year this coming April. And now corner 3 by Rice is no good. Rebound Dowling and Crane. Outlet pass to Keelis. Over to Jenkins underneath, layup up and no good, and a foul on Achenbach. And Nate Jenkins to the free throw line, and he'd love to have that back for an and one opportunity, but he'll settle for the foul. And on Achenbach, his 3rd, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here with 5 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, 37-35. Waukee Northwest leads Dowling, and 2 free throws coming out of the timeout. And Jimmy Cataldo, what a battle. The Maroons have had to crawl their way back from a 9-point deficit.
Well, you want to talk about just a tough time being a rebounder tonight. Both teams are just battling inside to get all rebounds, and it's fun to watch how much aggressive these two teams, both teams leading Class 4A in rebounding, total rebounding. Northwest is number 1 in Class 4A, and Dowling's number 2, and both teams are battling inside. Let's see here, I have the rebounds 19 for Northwest to 18 of Dowling, so that's going to be the key going here in the fourth quarter is rebounding missed shots, eliminate second chance shots, and see if you can fight to the last 1 or 2 possessions of this game.
Well, foul situation is going to play a big part of this, Jimmy, as we know. Oliver started with 4 fouls for the Wolves. Coley's got 3 for Dowling, but that bench may have to get a little deeper for Waukee Northwest, as the next man in is Joe Vineyard, and he's a tight end of the football team. And Jenkins' first free throw, no good. So Nate misses the first. He's got 6 points tonight. 71% free throw shooter on the year. He'll get a second one here. And it rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound Waukee Northwest, Dowling now 6 of 9 at the free throw line. 5:45 remaining, fourth quarter. Here's Davis working against Coley. Left block in the lane, gets him in the air. Shot up, blocked by Coley. Gets the rebound, though. They kick it out to Heitland for 3. It's no good, and Crane comes away with it.
Wow, what a battle between Coley and Davis there.
I thought that was well timed by Alfred as Davis with the shot. I thought Alfred had it well timed. All right, here's Martins with it. Noah in the lane, kicks it over in the corner to Jenkins. And he's closed out by Kukin, who's guarding him. Now Jenkins in the lane, reverse layup up, no good. Holy tips it in, and he's hurt. He fell down on his hip, but Alfred with the basket. And we got a whistle and a foul in the front court for Waukee Northwest. Officials get together off the collision. That foul will be on Gio Keelis, his second. But Alfred fell down, and I think he hurt his hip.
He went through Charlie Crane to get the offensive rebound, not through Waukee.
And put it in.
And put it in, and lost his footing. It came down on his hip. But
7 points for Alfred Coley, and we're tied at 37, under 5 minutes to play. Wolves with the basketball. To get it to Davis, guarded by Coley, leans in, double team. Now the skip pass over to Achenbach, and he threw it away. Turnover against the Wolves.
Few turnovers on Northwest tonight. That's just their 8th of the game. It comes at a big time, score tied. A little under 5 minutes to go.
Dowling in the front court. Here's Noah Martins, works the left side. Down the lane. Pull-up jumper up, and good! He gets the roll. Didn't use the glass, but got the roll, and Dowling with the lead.
Such a tough shot from 2 feet, not being able to use the backboard. More of a touch shot, and Noah Martins converts.
Martins with 15 points. Here's Davis with the basketball. Kicks it out to Rice. Rice spins against Coley in the lane. Little jump hook. No good. Missed everything. The rebound, Dowling and Martins. Noah in the front court. Gets to Jenkins. To Crane. Down the lane he goes. His shot is blocked. Blocked by Davis. Rebound to Rice.
Big block by Davis.
Here's Kukin with it. Dowling by 2. Kukin with the basketball. Kicks it out to Rice in the corner. Drives against Martins. That's a mismatch. Underneath, draws the foul. It'll either be Crane or Martins with the foul, says Pat Hobart. And Martins will pick up his second foul. And 2 free throws coming for the big guy, Colin Rice, 6'8" senior, headed to Nebraska, leads the team and made 3-pointers. Rice will get 2 here. He has 14 points tonight. First free throw good, a 78% free throw shooter on the season. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Iowa Wealth Management, and Bozen the Florist. And don't forget, you can order online at bozen.com. Second free throw good by Rice, who has 16 points. 39 all, Dowling and Waukee Northwest. 3:45 to go. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls knocked off Waukee Northwest 58-49. Maroons trying for a doubleheader sweep. Waukee Northwest trying for the split. Here's Martins in the lane. His shot off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Oliver. Ball stolen away by Jenkins from behind. Picked him clean. Gets it to Martins for 3. Up, no good. Offensive rebound, Jenkins, and he'll dribble it out with 3:20 to go, and we're tied at 39. What a flurry, Jimmy.
It's a flurry. I mean, it's you put your head down to scratch something on your paper, and there's a turnover that you don't see.
Both teams getting after it. Both teams with the limited bench. Tonight, Evan Mitchell not playing for Dowling, out with a sore back. He'll be out another week or so. So Ralston and Keelis off the bench for the Maroons. For Northwest, Achenbach has been the lone sub. Here's Martins, 4 on the shot clock. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, Coley, and his putback is no good, and a whistle and a backcourt foul on Martins. That'll be his 3rd, says Pat Hobart. Nope, they're going to whistle it on Coley, his 4th. Ouch. So Coley with his 4th foul with 2:45 to go.
Big decision to make. It's a little bit too much time on the clock to think Coley can go foul-less with just over 2.5 minutes to go. He's somebody you need in the lineup here late in this 4th quarter.
All right, here's Oliver with the basketball. They work the left side to Kukin, guarded by Keelis. Nash with it, dribbles in the lane, and shot with the right hand, good off the glass right around Keyless. Nash Kukin, the sophomore, hits big. That's just his 4th point tonight. Came in averaging 9.5, and the Wolves take the lead by 2, 41-39 over Dowling. 2:10 to go, 4th quarter. What a move.
It was a great cross the lane move by right-handed shot by Nash Kukin.
Put it in a spot that Keyless couldn't guard. Now a timeout Dowling. 16 on the shot clock as we approach the 2-minute mark, and we have a full timeout. We'll take it. 2:01 to go in the 4th quarter. Waukee Northwest 41, Dowling 39 on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
KIHS, Perry, KDVM, Mason City, KCSL, Spencer.
The radio home for your Dowling Catholic Maroons. 105.5 KIHS, Perry, Des Moines. IowaCatholicRadio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio mobile app. Encounter Jesus.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com.
The Diocese of Sioux City and Lamar's All Saints Parish invite you to the March 21st Men's Conference with keynote speaker Dr. Ray Arendi and Bishop John Keener. Register today at scdiocese.org/men's conference.
From Wyndham to Woodward and everywhere at iowacatholicradio.com or the Iowa Catholic Radio app. Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting people to Christ.
All right, we are back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym, packed house tonight. Watching 2 of the top 5 teams. A long 3 by Keyless, no good. Offensive rebound, Dowling and Alfred Coley. And now underneath Keyless, a shot up and good. The basket will count, a foul on the Wolves. What a move by Gio Keyless, Kukin with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd.
Keyless has had a steady second half, assisting, fighting for turnovers. That time hitting the baseline, layup, drawing the foul, converting, tying the game with 1:40 to go.
And
Keyless having a strong second half.
That's his first 2 points of the night, believe it or not. Gio Keyless came in averaging 9 points, and Wolves held him to 2. A chance for an and 1 here. We're tied at 41. The Maroons' chance to take the lead, and the ball rims out, no good. Charlie Crane, offensive rebound, and putback is good. Crane with just his 4th point. 43-41 Dowling.
Strength of the Maroons is finding offensive rebounds, that time with a big putback by Charlie Crane, pushes the Maroons up 2.
Well, if there's ever a time for a missed free throw, that might have been it. Dowling by 2. Crane with 5 points, excuse me. I forgot the free throw that he made earlier. Now here's Oliver for 3, and it's no good. Rebound Dowling and Keyless, in Martins rather. And Noah will dribble it up with 1:05 to go in the 4th quarter. Dowling by 2, and let's see how the Maroons milk the clock here.
It's hard to understand what offensive set they're going to go to. Both teams have struggled to find points on the board.
Here's Martins with it. 4 team fouls on the Wolves, so the next foul is a 3-pointer. Good by Keyless from the corner. Gio with 5 points in the last minute, and the Maroons lead by 5 with 40 seconds remaining. Here's Oliver in the lane. Gets it to Rice. Turnaround shot up, and no good. Rebound Crane. And a loose ball foul in the backcourt on Rice. That'll be Collins' 2nd foul, as Coppola set the check in with 30 seconds remaining. Free throws coming for Dowling. That's the 15th foul on the Wolves of Waukee Northwest, and Charlie Crane to the line.
You go back, and the game was tied 37 all. Maroons took off with about 2 minutes to go in this game and rattled off 9 points. Just a big fury in the last 2 minutes.
Charlie's first free throw, good. He has 6 points. 47-41 Dowling. Coley held to 7 points. Both averaged double figures, and the Wolves have held him to single digits tonight, but Dowling by 6. Second free throw by Charlie, in and out, no good, and a rebound. Waukee Northwest. And Rice. Rice all the way down court and drew the foul.
See here, the Maroons had 1 foul to give.
Jenkins with the foul. That's his first. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Team foul number 4. So now any foul here on out, either team goes to the free throw line shooting 2.
All right, they inbound it to Oliver, to Kukin for 3. It's no good. Weak side rebound, Dowling. That's Noah Martins. Double team in the backcourt and a reach-in foul on the Wolves, and Noah to the free throw line as Kukin picks up his 4th foul. 16 seconds remaining, and Dowling about ready to pull the upset. This series has been dominated by the Wolves. They lead the series 8-1. Dowling's only beaten Northwest once since they started the program. First free throw by Martins is good. Noah with 14 points. (48-41) Dowling. We'll have the post-game show on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Second free throw good. 15 points for Martins. 49-41, Dowling by 8. Long 3 by Oliver, no good. Offensive rebound put back by Rice is good. And a timeout, Northwest. 18 points for Rice. And it's 49-43. Dowling by 6. We'll keep it here with 8.7 seconds remaining. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I am Mark Amadale. Don't forget, post-game show to follow. For our TV viewers on the live stream with CISN, we appreciate all their help tonight. Up there, Aaron Bandy, the director, Sam Nord, and Marion Bailey, the camera operators. They will join us for the first part of the post-game show, and then probably when Coach Einertson joins us for radio, we will say so long. So we want to thank our CISN audience tonight and their sponsors. And last time that we get a hookup during the regular season, and what a ball game. Top 5 teams in the girls game, won by Dowling if you joined us late. Dowling girls a winner 58-49 over second-ranked Waukee Northwest in the battle of 2 of the top 3 teams in the state. And here in the boys contest, 4th-ranked Dowling boys leading 3rd-ranked Northwest here, Jimmy.
Just a defensive battle, entertaining defensive battle throughout. You look at Waukee Northwest averaging 69 points a game. The Maroons have held them to 43 with just 9 seconds to go.
Our thanks to Fast Signs in Clive, Construction Professionals, along with Skeffington's Formal Wear and Catholic Tuition Organization. Jenkins inbounds the ball to Martins, and a backcourt foul on the Wolves. And I think that's on Oliver, and he fouled out, I believe.
It's going to be number 5 on Oliver.
He fouls out with 11 points.
He started the game with a fury. The Maroons kind of laid off to him, and he hit 2 big threes in the first quarter, I believe, and had a strong first half.
Yes, he did.
Found some foul trouble in the second half. And
Martins at the free throw line. First one good. Noah with 16 points. Oliver fouls out with 11 points. Second free throw good by Martin. He's got 17 points tonight. And now here's Kukin. Shot no good, and that'll do it. Dowling will get it down court, and the Maroons will win it 51-43. Dowling upsets the 3rd-ranked Waukee Northwest Wolves, 51-43 the final. And Dowling with the doubleheader sweep here at the Maroon Gym in the final girl-boy doubleheader meeting of the year, as the Wolves have won 5 of their last 6 against Dowling, and 5 in a row. The Maroons snapped the 5-game losing streak to Waukee Northwest. Congratulations to Justin Einertson and the Dowling boys on the win tonight.
Just a big fourth quarter for the Maroons, outscoring Waukee Northwest 19-6. And a lot of that had to do with rebounding. Maroons out-rebounded Waukee Northwest 13-9. Had no turnovers, which was a huge stat for the Maroons. They went 7 of 10 from free throw line. But at the end, I think the Maroons just really buckled down their defense. Waukee Northwest got cold, and I thought defensively it was just such a battle for both teams.
Certainly was. We're going to take a 2-minute break along our network lines, a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with the post-game show. We'll total up the statistics as the Dowling boys a winner as they knock off number 3, Waukee Northwest, 51-43 here at the Dowling Gym, and the girls game won by the 3rd-ranked Dowling girls over number 2 Waukee Northwest, 58-49. We'll be back. We'll total up the scoring for the boys game in 2 minutes along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
A lot of people have fallen into the lie that our church's teaching on sexual ethics, marriage, and gender is somehow hateful. But what is love? Love is willing what's good for someone else. It isn't good for children to tell them they might be one of over 50 genders. It's confusing. It isn't accepting to tell people to identify who they are with their attractions. It's demeaning. It isn't good for our bodies to engage in some of the things the secular gay community encourages. It's unhealthy. It isn't good for children or society to make mom and dad irrelevant words. It's tragic. It isn't good for our souls to act outside of the plan of God, etched into the nature of our procreating bodies. It's sin. Countless men and women with same-sex attraction are finding health, life, and the love we were made for in the Catholic Church. Now, you might disagree with how we care for them, but don't call it hate, because love isn't hate. This is Chris Stefanik from reallifecatholic.com.
Support for programming provided by Iowa Wealth Management, a fee-only investment advisory firm helping clients grow and protect their wealth, offering personalized investment strategies as well as financial and estate planning. Learn more at iowawealth.com, committed to creating peace and purpose in your finances.
I'm Father Thomas Loya, and this week on Light of the East on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, hide not your face from your servant, for I am in distress. Answer quickly. Come close to my soul and redeem me. Let your saving help, O God, protect me. The words of fallen Adam and Eve as Lent now begins in the Eastern Catholic churches. Light of the East, Sunday mornings at 10:30 on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Father Ravi Gudipalli from Little Rock Diocese, Arkansas. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines. Roman Wilkham, our studio producer, if you're listening on radio, playing a little bit of Journey. I like that. Don't stop believing. The Maroons did not do that tonight. They did not stop believing. They came back and defeated the third-ranked Waukee Northwest Wolves for the second time since the two teams started back in 2022 when they built Waukee Northwest. The Wolves have won 5 in a row, and they were 8-1 against Dowling, now 8-2. With the Maroons win tonight, 51-43 over Waukee Northwest. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo and Mark Amadale finishing, totaling up the scoring, and a lot of look at this like, wow, some of this stuff adding up and just interesting. But Jimmy, I'll let you take over the scoring because we're going to keep our CISN audience here for this last segment.
Certainly. And
then we're going to release them, and then we'll go more post-game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, so that's kind of how we'll handle it. Jimmy, go ahead and take it away.
So let's start with Waukee Northwest. I had them shooting 15 of 46 on the night for 33%. Stat to really hone into is Waukee Northwest shot 2 of 19 from 3, well under their average, coming in almost shooting 40%. I had them for 26 total rebounds and 9 turnovers. For Dowling, Dowling went 18 of 47 from the field, 38%. Hit only 3 3-pointers, 3 of 15. Capola hit 2. Keyless hit 1. Big opportune 3-point shots there. Dowling out-rebounded Northwest 29-26. 10 turnovers, just a big fourth quarter for the Maroons, shooting 12 of 17 from the free throw line.
Unbelievable. As some of this, as we total up the numbers, we'll start with the visitors from Waukee Northwest, whose record falls to 16-4. The Wolves will be in action tomorrow. They have a makeup game tomorrow night at 5:30 at home against West Des Moines Valley, a CIML makeup game. And then next week they close out the regular season on Tuesday, hosting 10th-ranked Roosevelt. Tomorrow night's game for Waukee Northwest, 5:30 at the Northwest Gym, and on Tuesday night, 7:45 from the Northwest Gym. For Dowling, the Maroons move on to take on Norwalk at noon tomorrow, and then on the road. And the game we'll have next Thursday, Dowling at 7th-ranked Ankeny, and that'll be an early start. We'll be on the air at 6 o'clock. Boys-only contest up there. All right, let's take a look at the numbers for Waukee. They were led by Colin Rice's 18 points tonight. They headed to the University of Nebraska. He was a lone player besides Oliver. Isaiah Oliver finishing with 11 points, fouled out with 8 seconds remaining. Rounding out scoring for Northwest, 4 points each for Logan Achenbach off the bench. Matt Heitland with 4 points, and Nash Kukin with 4 points. Landon Davis came in averaging 14 points, headed to Illinois, held to 2 points tonight for the Wolves, who went 7 of 8 at the free throw line. And now for Dowling Catholic, the Maroons were led in scoring by Noah Martins with 19 points, and I think I had him 5. He went 9 for 9 at the free throw line in the second half. 9 for 9, Noah Martins with 19 points. He was following scoring for the Maroons by Alfred Coley with 7 points. 3 players with 6 points, Nate Jenkins, Charlie Crane, and Maddox Capola, all with 6 points. 5 points for Gio Keelis. Sam Ralston with 2 points, who can round out scoring for the Maroons, who went 12 of 17 from the field. And we are joined here in this segment, so our CISN audience is going to get to listen to you. Justin Einertson, Dowling boys basketball coach, welcome, congratulations, and thank you for joining us on postgame. What a win!
What a win. Yep, guys executed. A lot of it wasn't even execution. It was just making monstrous plays at monstrous times, you know. Charlie's offensive rebound, Gio's scoring late, Maddox scoring early. I mean, down the line, just a true team effort by our guys today, and that's what it takes to beat these guys. I mean, you have to be locked in, but shout out to them and our scouting and defensive staff for holding the best offensive team in the state to 43 points. That is remarkable.
Unbelievable. You know, defense does win championships. I know they don't preach that up in Green Bay and that area, but I think it does, doesn't it?
Dick Bennett, yeah. There was no offense. I used to be really excited when they'd hold someone under 40.
That's right. That's right. Well, what a night it was. You know, you look back in the first half, got out to a 2-point lead, but got outscored in the second quarter. What was the message at halftime for this Dowling team? You were down 6 at halftime, and they were waiting. They were chomping at the bit, was Northwest in the third quarter. But you withstood that and outscored them in the third. What was the message at halftime,
Just
Coach
don't
Anderson?
flinch. I mean, that was kind of the message all week. No matter what comes our way, don't flinch. I thought we probably did in that first game with them, and it turned into a big run. And Waukee at home, it felt like we weren't really ready to take a punch. So take a punch and then give one back. And, you know, our punches are done different ways. It's a little bit more of a grind when we're good. And, you know, we were able to stop a lot of their transition breaks by shot selection. Honestly, shot selection just improved in the second half.
I thought you really gambled coming into this game, putting Jenkins on Rice. Jenkins getting, about 5, 6, 7 inches off of Rice. But he has definitely been your dominant defensive player, at least this latter part of the year. But putting Jenkins on Rice, I think, really set the tone, changed up with Waukee Northwest. Rice still scores 18, but I thought Jenkins' ability to shut down Rice at times was a big part of keeping them 26 under their average tonight.
Yeah, no question. Just an incredible job by Nate. You know, he scored 6, which is about right at his average, I feel like, lately. And, I mean, he's holding guys under their average. He did it again tonight. You know, it wasn't just Nate. It was Nate starting the possessions, really, by getting into Colin. But I thought everybody was super locked in defensively on a level that we haven't seen in a while. So they were ready to go tonight. And, you know, the crazy thing is we play a tough team tomorrow, so we got to somehow get that back and do it again.
You know, you mentioned Nate Jenkins, and Jimmy brought him up. What a defensive job. He was also the Nick Niedert award winner for this season, and that was done before the game, and that's what an honor that is, the Nick Niedert Award. For our listeners and viewers watching tonight, Coach, talk a little bit about the Nick Niedert Award and what it means to Dowling and the recipient each year.
Yeah, so Nick passed away as I believe, sophomore. Multi-sport athlete, really loved basketball. He was known for his grit and tenacity and, you know, playing hard, but most of all, loving the game. And he passed away pretty quickly. His family started this award in his honor years ago, actually. A lot of really great men have won this award in the past. And they gave me the opportunity to continue it. I think it had stopped over COVID maybe. And they gave me the opportunity to continue it. And our winners since I've been here are Joe Broderick and Lucas Paoli and now Nate Jenkins. So guys that represent all the right things about Dowling Catholic basketball. They're gritty, they're grinders, and they work extremely hard. And man, I mean, those 3 names I just mentioned are the epitome of those things. So we're excited about keeping it going year to year, and it's awesome to have our guys kind of strive for it when they start their season.
All right, well, we got to release our CISN group, so if you just bear with me, I got a little brief here. Don't let Cataldo go too far, all right, because I got to clear this off. All right, that'll wrap up our coverage on CISN. We're going to keep it here on the radio, so Roman, don't cut me off. Final scores tonight in the girls' contest, it was Dowling Catholic defeating Waukee Northwest 58-49 in the battle of number 2 versus number 3. And tonight in the boys' contest, it was 4th-ranked Dowling defeating third-ranked Waukee Northwest, 51-43. For Jimmy Cataldo, Mike Burkert, and for head coach Justin Einerson, this is Mark Amadell saying good night, and thank you for joining us here on CISN. And now returning on the radio part, you got to get that all cleared up. Yeah, you got to remember the simulcast stuff. I remember Chick Hearn doing that back in the L.A. Laker days.
That was just the diehards.
Just the diehards. We're here on radio, folks, and Coach will give you one more. What was the thing that you were impressed with tonight about your team? I know the game plan, but sometimes that's not always executed. But what did you like most about your team tonight, how they competed with a team like Waukee Northwest, one of the top 3 in the state?
Yeah, it's just that. I wouldn't say we were very sharp offensively, honestly. A lot of things that we ran perfectly in practice all week. We didn't necessarily run that great, but our ability to get some big offensive rebounds in big times, draw fouls in big times, hit big shots in big times, and then defensively we were going to take whatever they took or whatever they sent our way, and that's culture, that's toughness. So very, very proud of that.
You look in that first quarter, and you guys had 6 turnovers in that first quarter, but yet you win it. You win the first quarter by 2.
It's a ridiculous stat.
And but then Waukee started taking control of the game, up 6 at half. You guys cut it to 5 going into the fourth quarter. But man, that fourth quarter, you guys just exploded. What was the message? I thought attacking the basket by Noah Martins was critical, and offensive rebounds, something that you guys have relied on throughout this season. Big offensive rebounds by Coley and Crane.
Yeah. Well, it's just that. We drew up a lot of stuff, throw it in the post. If you look at the beginning of the third quarter, we were throwing it. Got a little bit of success, but as soon as we went to 4 guards with Alfred in foul trouble, all of a sudden we were like, man, we're getting really far downhill right now. So we basically flipped to an all-out, spread offense, something that we ran last year, and we didn't even really have to practice it. Our guys all knew it. And even when we put both bigs back in, it was still spread downhill. And, man, I tell you what, they made some really big plays on stuff that we haven't worked on at all. So shout out to them. Shout out to Coach Young for saying, hey, we probably need to get downhill. That looked really good.
Keeping Landon Davis to 2 points, I thought that was a huge stat. He's such a talented individual. But you talked about it at halftime of the girls' game that your wings had to come up big. You guys only made 3 3-pointers. Mattis Capola hits 2 in the first half, which were huge, and Gio Keelis over here in the corner, knocking that one down to give you guys a 5-point lead late in the fourth quarter. Was really a big part of your game.
Yeah, couldn't be bigger. Maddox coming out and hitting 2 early threes is huge because that changes how they guard us the rest of the game. And then, Gio deserves this. He put the work in. He deserves this. So he needed that moment. We needed that moment, and it's super fun to be a part of.
Well, Coach, you have less than 24 hours.
I'm already moved on, I got to be honest. We already had the scouts out in the locker room, so we're moving on to tomorrow. For
Norwalk, noon tomorrow. I think it gets underway at 10:30 with the preliminary games here. And so breakfast at the Dowling Gym with the Norwalk Warriors. And I may be over about noon time. I'll have to see if I can. I have to use Cataldo's pass because, he's got that coach's pass. And I'm not doing any radio tomorrow, so they're going to charge me double. That's what they usually do. And that's fine, but I may come out and watch that. But our next broadcast will be back to CIML conference final next Thursday, Dowling and Ankeny. And that was kind of juicy last Friday night. It's that should be an interesting rematch because there's a lot of stuff said between the kids.
I tell you what, they're not getting along with many teams right now. So in a lot of ways, we just need to avoid it. The Urbandale game was incredibly interesting down the stretch yesterday. So, just stay out of the mess. There is one thing to play for now. All of a sudden, on Thursday, we can win the CIML, or a share of the CIML. So I don't know the last time that's happened, but it would be us, Waukee, and Northwest tied if we win on Thursday night. So that would be pretty cool.
That is awesome. And, of course, seeding comes out on Monday. You'll get your groupings.
And that makes tomorrow big again.
And it does. Yep. So this is a big one here. And if you look a little further ahead, it looks even better for the Dowling girls tonight. Their seedings are already done, but their state tournament seedings, if they happen to get that far, that was a big win tonight over a number 2 seed. So
shout out to the girls, too. That was an awesome performance by them.
Coach Einerson, thank you. Congratulations on the win. It's win number 101, Jimmy, in his career. He had win number 100. I don't know if they had cake or pomp and circumstances in his room this past few days or not.
Well, I have a losing record overall, so there was no presents from my wife. If you know Britt Einerson, you got to be above 500 to get gifts.
Coach, you had the stat. And then you just bring it
Got to stay humble. Got to stay humble.
Remember, he was turning that Lincoln program around his first 2 years.
I ran into Peyton Sanford. I want to tell a quick story about him.
Sure.
So, year 4 at Lincoln, we played them in the second round of the tournament. We just won our first conference title. We won it with a lot of the guys that we played as freshmen and got our tails kicked. So, year 4, we win conference. We go there. We led at halftime. Peyton comes up to me after the game and he says, "Coach, congrats for turning the program around. You guys are really good." And I thought that, and I just told him, that's one of the nicest things that a player has ever said to me. So I had a feeling he would have a pretty special college career.
Awesome family.
Yep.
It is, and that's a lot of class there.
Yep.
Well, Coach, we will probably talk to you on Thursday out at Ankeny. Well, Jimmy and I will be courtside, and he will not protect me. I know that. We get a loose ball, he's not protecting me. I'm protecting the equipment. Every time we go to Ankeny, we're on the baseline, so we'll navigate through all the crowd. Hey, where do I say? Is this the Dowling side? Is this the Ankeny side? We get all of that. We're the information desk, but we'll be there with you next Thursday.
Can't wait.
All right. Coach
all right,
Anderson,
Reese,
thank you.
You want to say hi to Grandma? Oh, now she's cowering.
All of a sudden we got shy. All right, that's all right. Coach, thank you. And we're going to take a break here on the post-game show alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadil. Thanks to head coach Justin Einertson. Following Dowling's win tonight over at Waukee Northwest, 51-43 here at the Dowling Gym. Back with final comments after this 1-minute break along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
The Adoration Sodality of the Poor Clares of Perpetual Adoration at the Shrine of the Most Blessed Sacrament in Hanceville, Alabama, is a prayer group for laity, priests, and religious brothers and sisters to spiritually join in the nuns' mission of adoring our Lord Jesus Christ in the Holy Eucharist. Members commit themselves to an hour of Eucharistic adoration on a monthly, weekly, or daily basis at a monstrance or tabernacle at the parish of their choice. Learn more about becoming a member at iadorethee.com.
Programming supported in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, online at skeffingtons.com. Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
It's our turn to listen to you. Iowa Catholic Radio's listener survey is now live. Your response helps tell the Iowa Catholic Radio story on how hearts and minds have been changed. Take our survey today at iowacatholicradio.com and enter to win a $25 Visa gift card.
It's great when our board operators know the music that I like. When you win, you play Journey. Don't Stop Believing.
You have a playlist back in.
I do not. They pick it up. I don't have a playlist. I have one when I'm driving all over Central Iowa, which I'll start here with college softball starting up here in a few weeks. But no, I have that playlist. But no, they don't know. They know. You win, you play Journey, and all the positive songs alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, post-game following Dowling's win. Doubleheader win, sweep at home over Waukee Northwest. What a night it was. Third-ranked Dowling girls defeated number 2 Waukee Northwest 58-49 in Game 1, snapping a 6-game winning streak for Sam Pyle and the Waukee Northwest Wolves. And in the second game, the Dowling boys snapping a 5-game losing streak to Waukee Northwest with a 51-43 win over the Wolves. Dowling outscored the Wolves 33-19 in the second half, Jimmy, after trailing at halftime 24-18. So you heard Coach Anderson what it took, and a lot of help. You got undersized when you got the two bigs. Colin Rice headed to Nebraska. He had his 18 points tonight. But Landon Davis going to Illinois held the 2 points, and it wasn't just one guy. It was several that were helping on that. And congratulations to the Maroons as they head off and take on Norwalk tomorrow at noon. We will not be broadcasting that game for you folks out there, but we will be back Thursday for the final regular season boys game at Ankeny, and then the Dowling girls a week from tomorrow as they open up the postseason. So that's our schedule next week. And I don't know where you're going. You're usually headed to South Dakota, Dakota Dunes. That's South Dakota.
I was just saying, listen, I'm just
all over.
I'm adding the miles. I'm adding my award points. Word is, handmade friendship bracelets that you made for Mary. That's a tough Valentine's gift to match, and so I gotta hand it to you. I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed with your gift giving.
Wow, we're gonna start that, are we?
A friendship bracelet. How do you make those? Is that made out of thread? You have to go to the Michaels and get.
Listen. I'm an honest guy. I give from my heart, but you are Mr. Cease and Desist. I mean, you had a cease and desist with you in your vegetable garden that you and Scigliano were running illegally, apparently. And then you're selling the goods in our parking lot here at Dowling after football practice. No wonder Pollock got sick that week. You had half the Ankeny coaches sick that coach at Dowling. So, you know,
there's a lot of
peeling that apple.
There's a lot of people on the south side that just are kicking rocks because my garden is no longer in existence.
It's illegal. You didn't have a permit. You were off a property line. You need a surveyor out there.
Have you heard of squatting rights, Mark? Squatting rights.
You were trying for that. You had no attorney representation, and we know a lot of attorneys, but you didn't do that. You know when
the attorney's knocks, we run.
You guys went rogue, and you got burnt. And you got a little letter saying quit it. And now you had to dig up your garden. So that little investment you thought, just because you were mowing somebody's yard doesn't give you squatter's rights.
You know, I cannot comment on ongoing investigations, Mark.
All right, Mr. Cataldo, before we get ourselves in too much trouble, so you got the SRO officer here ready to looking this up, and you got the handcuffs ready.
You know, on a side, a fun, entertaining game.
It was.
Both sides playing great defense, and it's and great athletes. These basketball players are unbelievable, and today's day and age with these high school basketball kids, it's such an entertaining game.
Yep.
And I thought the Maroons, they chipped away, and everything came together in that last 2 minutes.
Certainly did, and what a way to end the girls and boys basketball doubleheader as the girls go their separate ways, so do the boys. Oh, yeah, your phone's blowing up a little bit. I see these people calling now. They didn't think I'd bring that up, but, you know, you forced my hand when you start telling me about what I'm buying my wife for whatever.
I got to see this friendship bracelet. That's awesome.
Would you stop?
Happy anniversary or Valentine's Day to your wife, because you're going to treat her well tomorrow.
Absolutely, as I do every day, all 365 of them.
Casanova.
That's right.
Well, God bless you. You're the model of relationships.
Mr. Cataldo, it's been way too long tonight. We've let you go on both segments. But, hey, it was a fun game. Thanks for being here. Travel safe this week. And don't forget Thursday, early game, 6 o'clock we go on the air, Thursday night up at Ankeny. And that'll be our next broadcast, the boys with Ankeny and Dowling. And that should be a dandy.
All right. Should be fun. Thanks, Mark.
You bet. Jimmy Cataldo, my broadcast partner. Our thanks to Mike Burkert, who helped me out during the curls contest. Our thanks to all the coaches involved for Dowling, Kristen Meyer, and Justin Einertson. And, of course, Joel. I appreciate Joel Danner sitting in and the interview at halftime. We appreciate him giving us the girls' perspective tonight. And for the Waukee Northwest Wolves, head coaches Sam Powell and Brett Watson. Our thanks to our athletic director, Justin Wall, Wendy Ritzmeyer, Andrew Hoffman, and all the folks there at Waukee. And don't forget Kurt Getting. He does a great job. He was there with Kevin Audie doing the scorekeeping tonight. They always do a great job. So for Tom Wilson and Colleen Webb and Jared Herring, the folks here at Dowling, we appreciate their support. Our next broadcast, as I mentioned, will be next Thursday night, February 19th. Boys basketball, Central Iowa Metro League Conference finale, Dowling Catholic at Ankeny. We'll get on the air at 6 o'clock. Boys will tip off at 6:15 from the Ankeny High School gym. Join Jimmy Cataldo and me for the broadcast this coming Thursday. Well, for my broadcast partners, once again, Mike Burkert and Jimmy Cataldo, and for our studio producer, Roman Wilkham, and his dad, Matt Wilkham, this is Mark Hamadel saying goodnight and so long from the Dowling Catholic Gym. Final scores for the final time. The girls' contest, the Dowling girls defeat Waukee Northwest 58-49 to conclude the regular season with a record of 18-3. And in the boys' contest, the Dowling boys defeat Waukee Northwest 51-43. Dowling boys now with a record of 18-2. And the Northwest boys fall to 16-4. That'll wrap things up. Until then, have a safe and blessed faith-filled weekend.
Dowling Catholic Basketball and Iowa Catholic Radio has been brought to you by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Fast Signs, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, Iowa Wealth Management, and Bosun the Florist. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The preceding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.